seeking external validation as you get older, you become shackled. It is a toxic prison. You are shackling yourself to other people's beliefs, and the beliefs keep changing. So you keep changing and going further and further and further away from who you are actually meant to be. When we stop the constant seeking external validation, we start becoming who we actually are. We start being able to grow into a whole different person, mature in ways we've never been able to before, and grow in ways never been able to before. There we go. Oh my God. It's bigger than my hand. When I was younger, I was constantly chasing external validation. I'm telling y'all, I was constantly chasing external validation, and it bugs me to think about how much I was chasing back then. I had no self-confidence, none whatsoever. I had no way of liking anything about me or believing in myself at all. And with that came a lot of external validation, and with external validation comes a lot of toxicity. That's what I want to talk about. We'll talk about how toxic external validation really is. All right, so I'm over here at this corner shop, the beer and wine lottery Tequila. I don't know how to pronounce it. I am here. The reason I'm here right now is because they have a burger. Costs $60. And you're thinking, why does it cost $60 for a burger? That's because this burger feeds 5 people. It is a giant, massive burger, and I am so excited about trying it. But sadly, they don't have enough ingredients for it right now. I went inside to place my order. They're like, we don't have the cheese. I'm like, okay, I can put cheese on it at home. He goes, no, the cheese has to go in the burger meat, and it goes in with the pork. It's a major part of the burger. I'm like, dang. Okay, well, when do you have cheese? He said, I'll have cheese tomorrow. I'm like, all right, tomorrow I will be back right here, because I am getting that burger. For now, I'm going to go find some of that Kroger to cook. A little disappointed about not getting that burger. It's a little disappointed, but tomorrow. We're getting it tomorrow. Okay, so I came back for the burger, and they're out of cheese again. I said, I will buy y'all cheese for this damn burger. So they sent me to this place right here to get some cheese. They need me to get mozzarella. They don't have any mozzarella cheese here. So now I'm on a wild goose chase to go find some mozzarella. I'm showing you all this burger today. All right, after going to 3 places to finally get some cheese for this burger, I got the burger. And I got it for free. Check this out.
See?
I'm scared. Help me. Oh, there we go. Oh my God. It's bigger than my hand.
Jesus, ¿qué es eso?
Oh my. Woo. Let's jump into the external validation for a second. Okay. So external validation stems from 2 things. It stems from our childhood, and it stems from our ancestors. When we are children, we need to be provided for and protected by our parents, by our caregivers. So we naturally seek their validation, because in our little eyes as kids, being validated by our parents, by our caregivers, shows that we are worth the protection. We are worth being provided for. So right then there, from birth up, we are already almost designed to crave external validation, because we need to be protected. Getting external validation is what keeps us alive, in a sense, in our little eyes as children. Now let's look at the caveman days. Our great motherfucking great ancestors. Back in the caveman days, they also sought external validation over the fear of death. So this kind of goes with the being a child thing. But back in the caveman days, back when our ancestors were, clubbing, woolly mammoths and freezing to death, if you weren't with a pack, you were going to die. Right? Packs had to hunt together. Everything was bigger than us back then. Humans were one of the smallest creatures on the planet. So we had to hunt in packs. We had to survive in packs. And if we weren't providing, if we weren't being productive, if we didn't have the validation of the rest of the group, we would get exiled and we would die. So already in our DNA, we are programmed to seek external validation over the fear of death. And then as a kid, like I was saying, we seek external validation as a way to prove that we are worthy of our parents' love, pretty much. And sadly, a lot of people don't grow out of that. We don't have to seek external validation forever. It's not something that has to stay programmed in us. Sure, it's programmed in the DNA. Sure, it's something that's kind of programmed in our minds at a young age. But as we get older, we can break free from that. Because as you stay seeking external validation, as you get older, you become shackled. It is a toxic prison where we do not get to thrive on being who we really are meant to be. It is a literal addictive poison. It keeps us shackled to other people's opinions instead of an ever-changing world where more people have different opinions than the people who have opinions. All right, let me say that again. There's more people who have different opinions than people who have the same opinion about everything in this world, because the world's so ever-changing. And so when you're constantly seeking external validation, you are shackling yourself to other people's beliefs. And the beliefs keep changing. So you keep changing and going further and further and further away from who you are actually meant to be. We are constantly muting our own self and wrecking our self-esteem when we seek external validation. When we stop the constant seeking external validation, we start becoming who we actually are. We start being able to grow into a whole different person, mature in ways we've never been able to before, and grow in ways never been able to before. Flourish as who we actually are, inside of here, who we actually are, when we stop seeking constant external validation. Now, I understand you want some people to like you. Some validation's cool here and there. It's not that bad. But when we're constantly seeking external validation, that is bad. So I'll give you all a great example. So I have a friend that every time they would say something that I thought was, okay, that's not correct, I would have to prove to them that they're not correct. If I didn't know the actual facts, I would still be like, oh, I have to tell them. I have to. I'll go find out the actual facts behind it, and I would then text them later about it if I couldn't convince them in the moment without the facts. And I realized that's so toxic, if other people want to be them, I'm just going to let them be them. I'm going to be me. I don't need to tell this person, like, hey, whenever, someone said this to me, it really meant this, not what you thought it meant. I don't have to say that. I don't have to prove that something that was said to me means one thing when they thought it meant something else. So they think that, someone compliments you in a weird way and someone else thinks it's an insult. I don't have to prove to the other person that it was a compliment. I don't have to prove to someone else that something I'm doing is worth doing. I don't have to prove to someone else that my life is my life. Does that make sense? Like, my choices are my choices. I don't have to prove these to other people, but I used to. I used to always have to prove these to other people, and I finally broke away from that. It took a long time, and it took a long time of forcing myself to stop seeking the external validation, and a long time of just doing more things to prove to myself that I am awesome. And through that, I realized I don't have to actually have the approval of other people. I know I'm awesome. I know myself. I know I'm good. So I stopped seeking that external validation, and I matured so much since then, and I have grown, and I have flourished, and everyone can do that when you stop seeking external validation and start becoming who you actually are meant to be, who you are inside, away from the shackled prison of other people's beliefs and opinions. When we stop seeking external validation, we start caring for and loving ourselves in a whole different way. All right, Knights. That's all I got today. I hope y'all had a wonderful time watching this video. It took me like 3 days to record the whole thing because of that cheeseburger situation. But I still hope y'all enjoyed it. I will see y'all in the next video. Keep growing how you need to grow. Stay noble. Live that no bull lifestyle. Yes, sir.